Our first story of the day is this. Will I be the astronaut if I throw away/return my child's birthday gift to the aunt that brings it? That's right, I said aunt because I'm being bougie. I, female 32, am preparing to throw my child their birthday party. I go all out every year with themes of my kids' favorite show/movie of the time. I make decor and treats that are on theme with the event, and everyone we know is always invited with the idea that gifts are not needed to bring. We just wish to spend time with the family to celebrate my children. With that being said, most people do bring something small anyways as a show of good faith, and we have never had issues with that until recently. For context, my family rescues animals. We currently have 8 ferrets in our care, and no, they don't stink like people assume. Our pets are free roaming, which means they have a very large cage. But the house is designed for them to run freely day and night like a cat would, with the house being picked up and dealt with for their safety every night. Ferrets, like most animals, love rubbery items, but will rip said item apart, potentially swallowing the pieces, which can lead to severe health complications or death. Every holiday/birthday, we always remind our family members that we do not allow rubber rings, stress balls, poppets, etc. as gifts for our kids, as years ago, a rubber ring made its way into the house via a toy gift bag, and we lost one of our rescue runs. It devastated our whole family, and we changed how we viewed our animals, leading to us starting the rescue, and we vowed to never let it happen again. Every year since this incident, however, my sister-in-law, who gave my child the gift bag of doom just mentioned, no matter how many times she is reminded, will bring gifts to our children that can harm our pets. My youngest gets excited to see these gifts, but has to end her day in tears because I have to throw away her gift once everyone leaves. She understands even at a young age that she can't keep that gift, and we always take her to pick something new out the next day. While it has worked out in the past, I have become tired of having to make my child feel bad after she opens her gifts. I am so tired of having to purchase something new for my child in the name of her aunt. Buying this new gift doesn't break the bank, but it isn't something we budget for in the week leading up to those parties. What I am asking is if I would be the a-hole for checking my sister-in-law's gift before it hits the gift table and giving it back to her, or even tossing it out in front of her if it contains any possible hazard for my pets. I know that she is currently not in the best place financially and that she is going through her own personal stressors, but I don't feel that it is fair to ignore my pet's safety and my child's feelings about these doom gifts just because she is going through stuff. We have multiple birthday/holiday parties throughout the year, and each time the reminder is given, and each time it is ignored. I feel I should also mention that she is currently moving in with someone who also has a ferret, so I feel that she really needs to understand the potential danger. So, would I be in the wrong for doing this? And the question here is, would I be the astronaut if I throw away or return my child's birthday gift to the aunt that brings it? Hell no. No, I mean, you created clear boundaries here. You have a policy in your house, and you remind her every time, and she ignores it every time. You know, I think there might be a middle ground that would be worth exploring here, and that would make everything easier on you, and that is to request a gift receipt. That way, at least you can go exchange the gift. You don't have to throw it away. You don't have to be out of pocket to buy something new to replace that gift. And not having to throw it away would probably be a little less traumatic for your kid as well. Just request a gift receipt. And then that way, if there is something that doesn't meet the parameters of the safety protocols that you have in place, then you can just go exchange it. Now, if you request that, she's probably not going to listen to it, right? Because you remind her every year what not to do, and she goes ahead and does it, either because she doesn't care or doesn't realize that the thing she's getting falls under being dangerous. But she's going to learn. If she's moving in with someone who has a ferret, she's going to find out, because hopefully they'll educate her. And I agree. I mean, you are understanding that she is going through her own stressors of her own, but this is something that happens over and over and over and over and over again. You shouldn't have to remind her every time. You shouldn't have to throw the gift away. You shouldn't have to break your kid's heart. The gift receipt would be an option that would hedge against a lot of that. If you think she would take offense to you checking the gift ahead of time, then letting her know that you're going to check it just to make sure, because you've been trained to expect her to not follow directions, and you've been trained because of her behavior. She can't get pissed off about that. She might still, but she shouldn't. She's proven herself unwilling or unable to follow those directions. I do think the gift receipt is worth the request. Most people would be happy to provide that. It's not that big of a deal, but then you can exchange it if there's a problem. I think the problem here is that you've got someone who doesn't listen. So if you request the gift receipt or you request gift cards, you request whatever, she's probably not going to listen. And that sucks. But you're not going to be an astronaut at all for checking it ahead of time. I would be super tired of feeling like the bad guy and making my kid disappointed because someone else didn't follow instructions. And again, I think everything falls back to, you can request, but there have been rules created already. This is just someone who doesn't follow them. She's tried to prevent her kid from having to go through this in the first place, but you have an aunt who won't listen. And that's the big problem here. If you've got someone who won't listen, then a gift receipt or warnings or letting her know that you're going to check the gift ahead of time. If she doesn't listen, then it doesn't matter. You're not the asshole no matter what you do here, because she's not going to listen to it. She might take offense to you checking the gift. She might take offense to you requesting a gift receipt. She might take offense to anything that you do, but it doesn't matter because you created boundaries and she's ignored them. So it's follow the rules or don't show up. That's it. The other side of this is, depending on how old the kids are, if the ferrets actually tear apart the rubber thing and expose small items that are inside that are a potential choking hazard for small kids, then there are multiple concerns across here. NTA in my book here, and I do think the gift receipt is a potential olive branch bridge that isn't maybe as abrasive as telling her that you're going to be checking everything. Just ask for the gift receipt. But you're not an asshole for checking it ahead of time, though.